morning, sir. Welcome, sir.
But okay.
I think uh, now time is around 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Shall we start the session?
Yeah, yes, we can start, sir. Should
Uh,
I wait for 5 minutes? No
yeah,
need.
okay. We can wait 5 more minutes.
Okay,
Many
okay.
students are joining now. Okay, okay.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Good morning to all present here. First of all, I would like to welcome our speaker, Dr. Rajan M. Linus, HOD of Tribal Department in Sanjay Godward University, Kohalpur, Maharashtra. On behalf of IIT HSCC on campus, we welcome you, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Next of all, I would like to welcome Dr. M. Marston Beno, the IET KKLN Secretary and Vice Principal of HSCC. On behalf of IET HSCC on campus, we welcome you, sir.
Thank you.
Next of all, I would like to welcome our IET Faculty Advisor, Professor George Answer. On behalf of IET HSCC on campus, we welcome you, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Finally, I would like to welcome all the participants present here to make this event in useful manner. I welcome you all. Thank you.
So, shall I start?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning.
Next, I will give some introduction about the session. And our IET SXCC on-campus student chairman will introduce the speaker. After that, you can present.
Okay, thank you.
So, respected resource person, Dr. Regine M. Linus, our IET KKLN office bearers, IET SXCC faculty advisor, Professor George Ansper, IET on-campus student chairman Anto, treasurer Mr. Anu, all the student members from St. Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering, particularly Tribal students of final year. They have joined for their wind energy related subject, and many faculty members and other college students. Good morning and warm greeting to everyone present here. This engineering opportunities seminar part 2 started 10 days back. That time part 1 was taken on the topic of electric vehicle technologies. Today, wind energy. Actually, engineering opportunities, lot of opportunities are there. We are selecting very important and best opportunities during this COVID-19 period, lockdown period. so that doing engineering students, completed engineering students, and future engineering students will get benefit. Regarding today's topic, windmill, wind energy, you know, today the renewable energy sources are the very, very important, and very hot researches are going on. In this wind power, renewable energy, wind power is a main one. In the wind power, a lot of areas are there. Even in the mechanical side, wind turbine researches are going. Wind, other, how to choose the optimized place, how to yield the maximum power. So maximum power yielding is today's topic. It is very, very important. Very, very focused. Many people are doing research. Hope today's topic, maximum power point tracking of wind power, using lot of methods, lot of power converters. Today's speaker, Dr. Regin M. Linus, my friend and colleague. He worked in St. Xavier's during 2004 to 2010. Now he is the HOD of EEE Department of Sanjay Godwat University, Kolhapur, Maharashtra. Is a very powerful researcher and administrator also. I hope today's session he will enrich. End of the session, he will answer all your doubts. So once again, welcome everyone, especially the resource person also. Thank you very much. Now, I welcome or I invite Mr. Anto to introduce the resource person.
Good morning to all. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce the chief guest, Dr. Regin M. Linus, HOD, EEE Department, Sanjay Godwat University, Kolhapur, Maharashtra. He has completed his bachelor degree in CSI Institute of Technology, master degree in Karunya Institute of Technology, and science and PhD in Indian Institute of Information Technology. He has about 15 years of experience in teaching field. He is an expert in electrical machine modeling, advanced electrical drives, vector control of AC machine, and wind energy conversion system. He is a member in professional bodies like IEEE, IEA, and ISTE. He has played the role of chairman in Board of Studies in Electrical Engineering Department, IQAC, College Council, and a member in many other committees. He has received the Best Achiever Award from Abdul Kalam International Foundation and Moral Resource and Research Foundation in 2018. Now I hand over the session to Dr. Regin M. Linus, HOD, the EEE Department.
Okay, thank you for welcome. So just we can directly enter into that subject. Already time is 10. Can you see my screen? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the topic which today's seminar is maximum power point tracking in wind energy conversion system. So already that all the introduction parts and all our Vice Principal Dr. Beno and our students, conveners, Mr. Ando, Anu, everywhere they have told. So I don't want to go ahead with that. I can directly go to the topic. So first of all, I would like to thank St. Xavier's College of Engineering for management and principal and vice principal and HOD of Electrical Department, Dr. Darwin Josraju, and Professor George Ansfer for inviting me. He is at IET chapter faculty advisor, former colleagues and dear friends. Really happy. It is for me. It is a happy moment to me to explain to this to present this topic in St. Xavier's Catholic College of Engineering, as I am the former faculty of that electrical department at St. Xavier's College between 2005 to 2009. So now we can just instruction to the audience, kindly mute this audio option, and for doubts please refer the slide number to make the clarification comfortable. So in this entire session have the 2 doubts clearance session, so that we can go ahead with good understanding. Then as of now, I feel that understanding of wind flow, history and parts and types of wind turbine are not included in this lecture. So if I included, it will take more time. So I am confined with maximum power point tracking of wind energy conversion system. So however, I am repeating some of the slides which I have presented already in some around 5 to 10 PPT for better understanding. As electrical engineer, we should know what moreover our vice principal said that most of the students are from final year students. So that electrical people are thinking that electrical opportunity is very less. So it is not like that. So you should know what are the opportunities also. So for first couple of slides, I will explain about what is why we need to study this wind energy conversion system. So in this part, so learning objective of this seminar, after this webinar, you will understand the importance of wind energy conversion system and describe the control strategies of wind energy conversion system, and understand the concept, what is meant by maximum power point tracking, and what are the issues people are facing for implementing MPPT. Usually we will short form, we will call it as MPPT of WECS, then validate different solution of issues in MPPT. So these are all the things. So it is very difficult to confirm it in 1 hour, but somehow by kind of hoping the students' mentality and research point of view, I have included little bit research content only. So remaining things, it is very helpful to you for better understanding in the forthcoming days when your career is in wind energy conversion system. So now outline of this entire today's webinar is, first we should know why we need to go for, why we are giving importance to wind energy conversion system. And under that, you should know our sustainable development goals. In the world level, 2015 it is introduced, we should know this. Then history, in the sense, what are all the capacity of the world, installed capacity of world, country and state, we should know. In our India, where how much capacity, wind installed capacity, we should know. Then another one, for understanding maximum power point tracking, we should know the characteristics of wind turbine, as well as what are the different types of control, yaw control, and characteristics wind turbine, pitch control, and tip speed ratio control. So tip speed ratio control will be useful for maximum power point tracking. So what is mean the concept of maximum power point tracking? Then if you are not doing this maximum power point tracking, what is the problem behind this? Why we need to go for that, and the types of maximum power point tracking and issues in different MPPTs. So this is the outline of this today's seminar. So first let me see why we need to go for wind energy, and it is important. So as per the United Nations General Assembly, in the year of 2015, they have fixed 17 agenda to improve our 17 sustainable development goals. So the sustainable development goals, in order to improve our world in the higher next stage, people have fixed with the target of 2030, they have to achieve. So I don't like to say all the development goals. 7th goal of sustainable development is ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy, clean energy, increase the renewable energy in the global share market. Nowadays, usually we are using some diesel engine and fossil fuels for generating power and all. So in 2030, people are targeting to increase the renewable energy in global share market, energy share market. Then access to affordable and reliable energy by 2030. So some of the people are not getting nowadays electricity. So we need to give some rural area the electricity. So then another one, which should be a efficient energy, which where the energy should be efficient and clean. So the clean in the sense, in this point, we are concentrating wind and solar energy is one of the two of the renewable energy sources. So coming 2030, people are targeting 95% of cooking should be used by clean energy, should be used by renewable energy. That means most of the energy share should be the clean energy. So this is the target behind this. So due to that, all the researchers are stepping towards that, implementing this, improving the efficiency of wind energy conversion system, solar system, and even that electrical vehicle is also the part of these things. Then, so this is our target behind. So based on that, more industries are thinking. So in this case itself, we can see as an electrical engineer, energy engineer, they are having some scope. So we should know, electrical engineer, what are all the development goals, everything. So that is why I have shown this for your eye. Then motivation towards this renewable energy, we know why we need to go for renewable energy, right? So in a 12th standard, we have studied ozone layer depletion in the ozone layer. That is why heat energy is generated. So you know this, just I am revising it for better understanding for forthcoming slides. So we know sun. So sun will radiate the energy. In the radiate the energy, it has the harmful UV rays. It is there more harmful UV rays. If it is directly come to earth, what will happen? That skin diseases and some other illness will happen for the people. Then it is not good for the health. So it is a higher temperature, harmful UV rays. So that is why God's grace, it has one ozone layer. Nature has given that, given this ozone layer for preventing us. Then remaining filter energy is given to our earth. So this is the normal case. So sun and ozone layer, and earth. So 1 minute. Ozone layer and earth. So now main reason for depletion is, and we know chlorofluorocarbon. Some of the electrical applications are generating chlorofluorocarbon. It will generate the depletion or holes in the ozone layer. Then volcanic eruption in some of the hills are having metallic, so it will generate some fire. So that volcanic eruption, due to that also ozone is here. This is natural, but due to the people change, as the technology is improved, we are changing everything in the environment. That is why our nature is against us. Then third one is higher pollution from vehicle and industries. So this is the another motto behind this. These are the main reason for the depletions in the depletions in our ozone layer. So what are the effects of ozone layer? So I already told you, UV rays health problem, it will affect our health. Then some of the life cycles of species are not getting affected. So we can see there's some of the species are rare. So we cannot see nowadays. So this is the main reason is due to this holes in the ozone layer, more UV rays are coming. Due to that, the generation is going. Then plants can get affected. Plants also get affected. Then another last one is lead to global warming. Why this lead to global warming? High temperature, it is that harmful UV rays are high temperature. So there is no filter as ozone layer. Directly, entirely it is coming to the earth. So till last 100 years, the temperature was 2.5 to 3. So people are expecting, due to this, coming next 100 years, surely the temperature is 3 to 4 degrees Celsius. So if the temperature is increases, what will happen? Automatically, ices will start to melt and sea level will start to increase. Then if this scenario is going on for a particular period, surely one day in our world, there is no space of earth, only are all liquid. So sea only. So we cannot able to live here. So that is why people are concentrating in renewable energy. So you should know this. Anyway, already you know this, I think, just for you should know. Then world cumulative installed capacity of wind turbine. So coming 2023, people are expecting 903 gigawatts is the total world installation capacity in the form of wind. So our current status in the year of 2019-20, installed capacity was 656, where 65 new turbines have been installed further. So likewise, previous histories are not available. From 2015, 64, 55, 53, there is a blue color, small box, it shows new installation in gigawatt. So see, this much installation capacity is increased. Therefore, surely electrical engineer also have a good scope in this area. Then region wise, if you take Asia Pacific has that total installed capacity of 261 percentage, total 261 gigawatts, and 44 percentage of whole installed capacity in this region. Then second one is Europe, 189 gigawatts and 32 percentage of whole. America 135 and 23 percentage. Then Africa and Middle East have less, 5.73 gigawatts and 1%. So this is the region wise installed of the capacity of wind. Then country wise, we should know China is first. So 211.3 gigawatts, 36% of entire country. And the next one is United States, 96 gigawatts, 16%. Then Germany, then India 35 gigawatts and 6%. So likewise, if we go, Italy's rest of other world is having 91.79 gigawatts, 15% installed capacity of wind. So this is the country wise. So at last, we should know state wise. So Tamil Nadu is the first in generating installed capacity of 9 gigawatts. And then the second one is Gujarat, 7.2. Then Maharashtra, 4.79. So likewise, Kerala, it is very less, 0.06 gigawatts. So we know why, due to these changes in the wind, the places are different. Due to that, wind flow is different. I have not included that topic here, as I need to concentrate little bit much in maximum PowerPoint tracking. The previous webinar I have included. So how the wind is flowing and all, I hope you know that. So based on that, we are installed capacity, everything is changing in the region wise. So one person should know this entire thing for understanding how we are, and as how electrical engineer we are, and how are all the scopes. This is one of the scope. Like that, we can think about solar and electrical vehicle and other thing. Then types of control. I am directly entering into the topic, types of control, and I will go to that maximum PowerPoint tracking. So kindly listen very carefully. It is very interesting, and if you listen it, it is very easy for understanding. So we have three types of control: yaw control, pitch angle control, tip speed ratio control. Yaw control, pitch angle control, tip speed ratio control. So first you should know yaw control. What is meant by yaw control? In this yaw control, electrical engineer will not do much about this yaw control. This yaw control means, as like our pedestal fan, if we want the air in this particular direction, we will turn the head of the pedestal fan. Like that, where the wind direction is there, accordingly we will change the head of wind turbine. So wind turbine has to directly, that wind has to attack directly to the wind blade, perpendicular to that. Then only we will get, the wind turbine will start to rotate. So based on the wind direction, usually we will have two types of wind turbine, horizontal axis wind turbine and vertical axis wind turbine. I am not going to explain anything about vertical axis wind turbine. This is the wind turbine normally, which you can see in our Tamil Nadu state, where Pollachi and Aruvayamudi, wherever it is there, that wind turbine, horizontal axis wind turbine. So based on the wind direction, there is having one wind van is there. then anemometer is there. So based on the wind direction, we will change that wind head, turbine head automatically. That is called as yaw control. Electrical engineer, nothing can be do with that. Maybe we can think differently and we can do it. I cannot say electrical engineer cannot do, but in this yaw control, more motors are there, servo motors for control, changing the direction of head. One can think of it. Then pitch angle control. Pitch angle control means based on the wind power and power production, wind speed and power production. I will let you know how the pitch angle will be do. Then finally, tip speed ratio control. Most of the MPPT I am explaining in tip speed ratio control only. So now yaw control, see the direction of turbine. Left to red arrow, left towards right. So yeah, that head can be controlled both sides. So we can see there one small two dot like a one small toy. It is a wind van and our anemometer. So it will give the direction of wind flow where the wind direction will be. Accordingly, in the shaft, you can see in that after below of the head, you can see one blue color one ring. There inside that we can see different servo motor. This servo motor will be that due to the wind anemometer. This anemometer will provide the instruction to the controller so that the servo motor will start to rotate automatically. This heads will change. So this is called as yaw control. Then we should know pitch angle control. Pitch angle control is nothing but each blade can be rotatable. Each blade can be rotatable. So why we need to go for pitch angle control? Please listen very carefully. It is important. Maybe if you know, just no problem. Others, just you listen very carefully. Pitch angle control, direction, each blade can be changed. Why we need to change each blade? That is very important. So I will let you know. If you take one photo, front view of wind turbine, normally it will be like a flat. See, the leaf are flat, wings are very flat. So assume that your direction of seeing the monitor or seeing that mobile where you are now listening the webinar is the direction of wind flow. Your eye direction is your direction of wind flow. Then now the wind is directly opposing. It is a plane. So what will happen? All the wind turbine will hit there. Due to that, what happened? This wind turbine will start to rotate. So this position is called as pitch angle 0 degree. So we cannot change. Now all the wind is flowing. Wind is hitting this blade so that it is rotating. So it is plate. It seems to be like a plate, normal plane. So that is called as pitch angle. Pitch angle 0 degree. Now see this wind turbine position. It is tilted. It seems to be like one paper. Your monitor is directly you are seeing, that is the wind flow direction, and you are looking the monitor, that is a plane. That is called as pitch angle 0. See the side view of the monitor, that you can see the straight line. We have already studied in the engineering graphics and all, top view, side view and all. So if you see the side view, seems to be like a straight line. So as like that, wind blade seems to be like a straight line when you look at from the head. When we look at from in front of the wind turbine head. So due to that, what happens? When the wind is flow, automatically it will not hit the blade. It will go behind this wind turbine. So that is called as pitch angle 90 degree. So it is parallel with the plane is pitch angle 0 degree. Then perpendicular with the plane is pitch angle 90 degree. Why we need to go for pitch angle differently? I want to tell you very clearly, then only you can understand when I go for maximum power point tracking. So assume that usually wind velocity variation have 3 types of variation, three regions. B cut-in speed, B rated speed, B cut-out speed. Wind velocity cut-in, wind velocity rated, wind velocity cut-out. So what is mean by B cut-in? V cut-in means before V cut-in, if we run the wind turbine, what will happen? It will be act as a motor. So it will, for rotating that energy, entire huge height is there, right? So by rotating, it will draw the power from the grid. So based on the wind turbine design and power, cut-in speed can be varied. Normal cases in industries, cut-in speed is around 2.5 to 3 meter per second. So once this wind velocity reaches 3 meter per second, again only wind turbine will start to generate the power. Again I am saying, based on the wind turbine, that power rating will change. Again I am saying. So that region is around 2 to 3.5 meter per second. So during this time, only wind turbine will start to generate the power. So before that, we have to halt. We should not make wind turbine to run. So what happened? Once the wind velocity hit in the wind blade, it should not rotate. So what I will do? I will make parallel with the wind direction flow the blade. So what happened? It will not hit that wind blade. So wind turbine it will rotate, but it will not rotate. So in practical cases, the pitch angle control is not only sufficient, we need braking system also to brake it. So I want again saying, till cut-in speed, we should not run the wind turbine. So we have to make it halt so that we can make pitch angle 90 degree. Then once this wind turbine start to get the power from B cut-in speed, what we have to do, till the rated power of the generator, it will generate the power. Till the rated power, each generator have rated power in terms of torque and speed, correct? So power is nothing but torque into omega. So rated power will be there. Till that we can get the power. So power, as the wind velocity increases, we can get more power, wind velocity increases. So now I have explained previously, till cut-in speed, pitch angle control. We will make pitch angle 90 degree. Then from V cut-in to V rated, we will make pitch angle is 0 that time. Since all the generator power we need, all the wind has to hit in the blade till the rated power of the wind turbine. Now, so that we will make pitch angle is as like the figure 14. So then after V rated, once this wind turbine power is reached the maximum power, rated power. So again wind turbine is usually V rated power is approximately 12 to 13 meter per second in practical. 12 to 13 meter per second. So once this beyond the wind velocities increases beyond the rated wind speed, more wind is coming. So based on the wind power, we will adjust the angle of pitch angle. Maybe initially it was 0. Then again we will increase to 5 degree, 10 degree, then 15 degree, 20 degree. One particular time again, wind power will be flow more. That is called as cutout speed. Cutout speed, we will make it again, pitch angle is 90 degree. So pitch angle is again, make it 90 degree. So what happened? Wind will not hit the blade, so the wind turbine will protect it. So again I am saying V cut-in speed is 2 to 3.5 meter per second. V rated speed is rated speed is 12 to 13 meter per second. V rated speed is, V cutout speed is 25 meter per second. Beyond 25 meter per second, wind turbine has to be halt. Otherwise, 3 leaves will be in the 3 places. We cannot run the wind turbine. So that is called as pitch angle. So see that I see now. Please don't read that. When I just to listen this figure. I forgot to mention the figure number. See. The pitch angle beta is the pitch angle 0. We are getting power coefficient maximum. I will tell you power coefficient in the next slide. Power coefficient is nothing but as like efficiency of electrical motor, power coefficient will determine the efficiency of wind turbine. So normal cases, maximum power coefficient is 0.59 or otherwise 59%. That means wind turbine efficiency is maximum of 59%. So when beta is 0, pitch angle is total 0, we will get maximum CP. See now beta is increases to 5 degree, pitch angle is reducing. That means output power is not optimum. But some cases, if we need extra power, wind velocity is more, that time we will increase the beta. Beta is 5, again beta is 10, power is again come down, power coefficient, then beta is 25, 20, again it is coming further. Like that, but beta can be vary between 0 to 30 degree. After that, directly we will make this pitch angle 90 degree to safeguard the wind turbine. So I hope you understood where we need to go for pitch angle. So power coefficient is nothing but the coefficient at which it will shows the efficiency of the wind turbine. For practical cases, wind turbine power coefficient is 0.59. But based on the design, the power coefficient will vary from 0.41 to 0.49. Then, so I hope you understood till this. So as the beta increases, CP is reducing. So now, 1 minute. Then this is the different controlled region of wind turbine. See, first figure 1 is the pitch angle control. Second pitch, sorry, I will explain it how the pitch angle is varying. First figure 1. Second one is output power of pitch angle changes, how it will be. Then third one is optimum speed of wind turbine. Please listen, 3 x-axis are same. X-axis are same, the wind velocity is increasing from V cut into V rated, then again V rated to V cut out. So till 0 to V cut in one region, from V cut into V rated second region, then V rated to V cut out third region, then above that it is a finish. We will wind turbine, it will not rotate. So assume now, see the operating point P in the 3 cases. P at the point of wind, this P region is the wind velocity is 0, or wind velocity varies from P0 to V cut in. Already told you, it will act as a motor, it will draw the power from grid, so we have to halt it. That is why we are fixing pitch angle 90 degrees. See, from 0 to P to V cut in, we are fixing pitch angle is 90 degrees. So see the second figure. So from 0 to V cut in, P to V cut in, output power is 0. That means there is no power production, 0. So then third one, wind turbine speed also. Wind turbine output speed from 0 to V cut in, P to V cut in, wind turbine speed is 0. So this is the region V cut in, till V cut in. I hope you understood. After this slide, we will have a small discussion break. So you can ask me the doubt so that you can go ahead further. Then second region, see from the point Q in the cases, Q is nothing but V cut in. From V cut in to V rated, Q2R region. What happened? We are making Q2R, pitch angle is 0. First figure, see, pitch angle is 0. Then second figure, as wind velocity is increasing from V cut in to V rated, output power is also increasing. Output power is also increasing. Then third one, optimum speed. So optimum speed, don't worry, I will let you know how the optimum speed. Once you understand MPPT, then only you will understand. From Q to R, the optimum speed is also increasing as wind velocity increases. So the region between Q to R is as wind velocity increases, optimum speed is increases, then output power is increases. So then the region of R to S. R2S, what happened? Already wind power production is rated power of the wind turbine. We know the wind generator will not generate more power. That time what happened? Wind velocity is but increasing. But what happened? We have to avoid some incoming power. How I will avoid the incoming power? By tilting the pitch angle from 0 to 5, 10. I already shown in the previous slide. Say 10, 5, 10, 15 like that. So what happened? Power will be wasted. In power, only the required power to generate the power only it will be heated to the wind turbine. So that what happened? We are as between V rated to V cut in, we are gradually increasing the pitch angle so that, but see the second figure, output power is always constant. Maximum power from R to S we will get it. So once we can vary the pitch angle till 32 for 35%, maybe around 30° only. After that, we cut in speed, we will directly increase the pitch angle to 90°. So 90° means what? Again, pitch angle is 90° means from we cut in. Please see the diagram of figure 1, we cut out. Cut in speed, yes, from S to above S. Above this increasing the V cutout speed, we are making pitch angle is 90°. So there is no power production. So power production will be 0 in figure 2. Then figure 3, optimum speed will also 0. That means wind turbine it will rotate. It will not rotate. So practical cases, not only pitch angle control is not sufficient. We have to include that the braking system also, so that we can make it. So these things I need some doubt. If you want to ask some doubts, kindly ask me the doubt so that I can go ahead further. If you have doubts, ask me. So put it in the send it in the chat box, your doubts. I will clarify it. Just you can take for 2 minutes. Then for discussion, I will explain it. What are the doubts you have? And after that, we can move further. Any doubts? Kindly put it in the chat box. Another one, if you feel that I am going fast, that also you can mention, so that next I will reduce the speed of flow. Any doubts? No doubts, sir. Shall I move further then? Otherwise, should I wait for 1 minute? Maybe some people will feel that how I will ask doubts. So just you can ask openly also, no issue. Kindly, is there any relation between yaw and the pitch angle control? There is no relation, dear Manivannan. There is no relation between yaw control and pitch control. So question is, sir, is there any relation between yaw and pitch angle control? Yaw control is just like our pedestal fan, the head we are moving. This pitch angle is nothing but the blade we are moving, blade only we are rotating. So that is the yaw control based on the wind direction, and pitch angle wind direction we are changing the head. Pitch angle is nothing but based on the power production, rated power and all, we are changing the blade. So it is entirely different. I hope Manivannan sir has understood that, clear the doubt. And another one, why would we opt for wind energy if it is efficiency is only 50? Usually we will, why would we opt for wind energy if its efficiency is only 59%? So efficiency we are getting, when we compare with the efficiency, other benefits are more. We are getting more energy for wind in gigawatts. In one wind turbine itself, we can get, recently I have visited Pune, Chalkawadi, where I have seen 250 gigawatts wind turbine. Only one wind turbine is providing that much power. Then another case is clean energy. If we use another fossil fuels and all, clean energy, our health also degrading. No, that is why people are thinking. So anyway, when we start anything new, surely some disadvantages are there. So people are analyzing how we can improve the efficiency more than 59%. What are the rating of MPPT? Yeah. I didn't understand Bibin Jo's, what are the rating of MPPT? Can you let me clear what it is? What are the rating? Bibin Jos. Bibin, no question for this. Power rating. Power rating of MPPT, we cannot say the power rating of MPPT. MPPT is nothing but different control. power, I will let you know. I think maybe your question, I am not also power. There is no power rating of MPPT. MPPT is nothing but maximum power point tracking. Tracking is nothing but how we can extract maximum power. That is the concept. Control concept. Not there is no something like that. People are doing different research for improving the max. Maybe you will understand after this next session. Next slide. Can I implement all this in Wind emulator? Wind emulator, which emulator based? What are the cost of 1G? Cost and all, it is in crore. I don't, in lakhs and crores based on the power rating. I don't know exactly for 1 gigawatts how much rating and all. Maybe just to search it in the Google, maybe you will get some idea. Then can I implement all this in Wind emulator? We can implement in this Wind emulator based on your emulator. If you design all the, if you usually separately excited motor coupled with induction motor, if that is the case, if you have to show all the features inside, all those things, how the pitch angle, everything, but pitch angle and all you cannot do it. Only the region where we cut in speed to we rated only we can do the control. We can do it. We cannot do implement everything in this in the emulator. I hope I can. Beno sir, can I go ahead further? Okay, I am moving next. So, last session, I have told the different region. Please try to understand for maximum power point tracking. Now, I am not going to explain the region pitch angle control. Please try to understand. MPPT is only I am going to explain in the region of Q2R. That means V cut-in speed and V rated speed. So don't confuse with region between P2Q and R2S and above that. Only the region Q2R. So we can see when the wind velocity is increases, output power is increasing, then the turbine speed is also increasing. How it is happening, that is what I am going to explain this maximum power point tracking. So once again I am saying only cutting speed and rated speed. So for cutting speed and rated speed, characteristics of the wind turbine is like that. If the generator speed or turbine speed is in x-axis, output power is in y-axis. For particular wind velocity V1, your turbine characteristics seems to be like a hill. Then if the wind velocity V2 is increases, then that power curve is increasing, hill shape is increasing. Then again V3, hill shape is again increasing. Then V4, and so on. So now again I am saying wind velocity in this V1 to V4, it is varying between V cut-in and V rated. It will not be the case of V between 0 to V cut-in or above the V cut-out. So this is the wind turbine characteristics. So I need to go little bit mathematics also, otherwise it is very difficult to you to explain. So now power characteristics of wind turbine has what are the parameters? See, air density, area, swept area A, CP I told you, power coefficient. So CP is the function of lambda and beta. What is lambda? Pitch tip speed ratio. What is beta? Pitch angle. Then wind velocity cube. Once again repeat, power in the power production from the wind turbine is half rho. Rho is the air density, A is the swept area. Swept area means circle, pi r square. Then Cp is the function of lambda comma beta. I am not explaining more derivation about Cp is the function of lambda comma beta. Understood that Cp is the function of lambda comma beta. Then V cube. So here, usually cases, air density is normally 1.2 kilogram per meter square. Most of the people design, when they design the wind turbine, they will assume that average wind air density is 1.2 kilogram per meter square. So that is also assumed as constant, correct? Then area radius, it will not going to change anything for any time. It will be constant. Therefore, that is also constant area. Then power is the wind velocity. It is not our control. If as the wind velocity changes, our power will be changed. It is not our control. So power control is the only variation of Cp of lambda comma beta. I have told you Cp is the function of lambda comma beta. Then we are assuming that MPPT in the V cut into V rated. So what is the pitch angle of V cut into V rated? Pitch angle will be 0. So if that is the case, so pitch angle is only the Cp is only the function of lambda. Since beta is already we fix it as optimum 0. So Cp is the only function of lambda. What is lambda? Tip speed ratio. It is equal to speed into radius divided by wind velocity. Lambda equal to speed into radius divided by wind velocity. So here, if the wind velocity is constant, what is the radius is also constant always. So lambda is directly proportional to generator speed. So please understand with this two relation, beta is already 0, pitch angle 0. So Cp is only the function of now lambda. How we will change the lambda? Lambda only by changing the generator speed. So once the generator speed is optimum, automatically lambda will be optimum. If lambda is optimum, automatically Cp will be optimum. So this is the way of doing this. That is called as maximum power point tracking. That means how one can get the maximum optimum output power by variation by Cp through the generator control indirectly is called as maximum power point tracking. I will let you know very clear. Now I hope you understood. We have to adjust the speed. Then only we can get the Cp. Optimum Cp. So in normal cases, I already told you Cp and lambda is varies between 0.959, that means 59%. Then lambda optimum, it will varies between 6 to 8. Why this 6 to 8 is vary? Lambda is with respect to radius of the wind turbine. Therefore, lambda optimum is varying with respect to radius 6 to 8, 8 or 8.1. So now I hope you understood. So now please see the equation 3. So equation 1, half rho is constant, then A is constant. So if Cp is optimum by controlling lambda, the Cp is also constant. Please listen. P is rho is constant, area is constant, Cp is lambda function of lambda comma beta. So Cp is also constant by the optimum by varying lambda. Therefore, Cp is also constant. Then substitute the value of wind velocity V in equation 2 to equation 1. From equation 2, value of V to equation 1. So you will get P optimum is equal to all other things are constant and we will get in terms of omega cube. So optimum power curve equation of wind turbine is P optimum equal to K optimum into omega optimum cube. So we know power is equal to torque into speed. So how we will write here? If we substitute torque into speed, 1 omega optimum in the left side and 1 omega optimum in the right side of equation 3 will cancel. So we will get torque optimum equal to K optimum into omega optimum square. So one should know what is the optimum curve of wind turbine in terms of power and torque. Power is equal to K optimum into omega optimum cube. Torque optimum equal to K optimum into omega optimum square. So I hope you understood and interesting. This is the case. Now introduction of these things. Assume that a little bit x-axis generator speed, why we need to go for MPPT? So assume x-axis is generator speed, y-axis is output power. So now this is assume for we are not at all using MPPT. So what will happen? Any one of the speed, assume the power speed is omega A. It will run in one particular speed. So in this speed, or maybe omega A or omega B, we don't know which speed it will rotate. When it's speed like this, in this curve of the particular wind velocity, we will get this PA or PB. If you are not using MPPT properly, we don't know where the generator speed will be. Based on the wind velocity, somewhere generator speed will go. So automatically speed will be omega A. So we will get PA, but or omega B, PB, we don't know where it is. Just I have chosen these 2 points. But what happened? Our case, we have exact maximum optimum point in the middle, the top of the hill, top of the point. That is called as omega optimum. Usually, when people installed wind turbine, it will ever last, the designing wind turbine, it will be ever last till 25 years. So who is installed that people, owners will try to get the money before that. So we, instead of doing somewhere generator to run, if I get maximum optimum point speed, we will extract more power. So entire period of 25 years, we will get maximum energy. Otherwise, our power will be there, but energy will not be there. You know what is in the energy? Integration of power in terms of with respect to time. So one should control the wind turbine in the optimum speed. So in order to control the optimum speed, people have introduced that wind energy conversion, the maximum power point tracking. See, this is for one wind velocity V I have shown in figure 5. See, for various increase in wind velocity, V1, V2, V3, V4, optimum power curve, parabola, just you see, P optimum equal to K optimum into omega optimum cube. Then for particular V1, optimum speed is omega optimum 1. For particular wind velocity V2, omega optimum 2. Like that till the wind velocity V4. I hope this is the curve of optimum. So now we are controlling the wind turbine for various wind velocity between V1 to V4 through the region of the optimum curve. That is called as maximum power point tracking. So now if you see the torque versus speed characteristics, previously power is equal to K optimum into omega optimum cube, right? Now torque versus speed also like this, but in this case is maximum torque is not the optimum torque. Please try to understand. Maximum torque is here in this previous case, maximum torque, power, optimum power are same. Optimum power and maximum power are same. At the same time, when we go through torque versus speed characteristics, I have mistaken. This omega optimum has to be straight of T optimum. One small mistake. So T optimum is not the maximum torque. Please don't confuse it. Why this arrow mark should not be in the middle? It is optimum torque. It is not the optimum power. So based on that, for various wind velocity, torque versus speed characteristics is torque optimum equal to K optimum into omega optimum square. So we have to run. One thing I want to tell you, if you want to make the generator to run in terms of this relation, power versus speed, you have to use this relation and make the generator to rotate omega optimum 1, omega optimum 2, omega optimum 3 and omega optimum 4. One want to control the torque of the generator, we have to use this method, torque optimum equal to K optimum into omega optimum square. Accordingly, we have to control the speed omega optimum 1, omega optimum 2, to omega optimum 4 for various wind velocity V1 to V4. I think if I go next slide, you will get clear. So now, how we will control the torque? For example, we are not using now separately excited generator is using for wind turbine. We can control the armature current automatically, torque can be controlled, right? So then if we use this induction motor, if we control the stator current, automatically torque can be controlled. Like that, we can indirectly control. For that cases, we can control the torque and we can get the output. Now, types of MPPT. MPPT is classified as, I think I need to take little more time, otherwise I cannot complete. I hope I can complete within. Sir, can I take little more time? Anyone can reply? Hello? Hello?
Rajat sir, okay sir, proceed. Yes sir.
So then in this case, we have different types of MPPT, lookup table method, state space model method, and neural network. I am not going to explain everything in a short span of time. Just to understand it, it is very difficult to confine it 1 hour. So lookup table method means also classified as power signal feedback, torque signal feedback, tip speed ratio control, then state space and all, then hill climb searching algorithm. Hill climb searching algorithm can be classified as large step, small step, variable step, and serverless control. If I explain everything at a time, you will be mad. So everyone will be mad. So I will go in another way, and I am not going to anything explain about converter and all. It will take more time. So in this lookup table, by using power signal feedback. See, this is the wind turbine. Wind turbine output is given to power converter through the load. Sorry, to the load through the power converter. This is normal. Maybe grid connected system or standalone system. Now I am explaining this. I am using standalone system power converter. So generator speed, wind turbine generator speed is the feedback. We are getting the feedback. So now we have already seen the curve. What is the curve? Power, optimum power versus speed curve. That means optimum power is equal to K optimum into omega optimum cube. So this is one lookup table, the green color, where all the wind optimum power for various speed is stored already. So once it is there, we are changing the speed is the input to the lookup table. Lookup table will provide the optimum power. Optimum power that is given to summing point. So what is, we will get the optimum power feedback is needed for control system, right? So power feedback we can get. So the error detector will compare these two signal, which will give the control output that is given to controller unit, and it is giving to power converter to control. So what happened? Based on the lookup table, see the right side, the lookup table is there. Just all that curve, no, the black color line, optimum curve, that is stored already in the lookup table. So based on the input speed, output power we will get. So output power is getting the feedback and giving to error detector and giving to the control unit, and we are giving to power converter. So how we can power converter is controlled? So for example, you are using buck converter. So duty cycle. So if we increase the duty cycle, what will happen? Load power which is flowing to the load is more. That time current will be more. In the generator, current is more. What will happen? Speed will reduce. So similarly, if the duty cycle is less, power drawn from to the load is less. So what happen? Current is less. So generator speed will be more. We know current is more, speed will be reduced. Generator. Like that, we can control the speed of the generator so that we can get the optimum power. Then same thing is for, this is power signal feedback. Then second one is torque signal feedback. So use the second curve. What happened? Torque versus speed characteristics. So this lookup table, already it is inbuilt. What? The torque, optimum torque versus speed curve. That speed is the input. Output is the optimum torque. So torque feedback also get it from the generator. See this, I hope you understand. Any difficulties there, please interfere me, no problem. I cannot able to see your chatting and all. This entirely my screen is PPT. So now, so that what will happen, the torque we are getting the feedback. How we can get the torque is the feedback? Maybe by using armature current. We know, for example, we are using DC generator. We are not using now DC generator. DC generator, how we will measure the torque? Torque equal to KE 5 into IA. So based on, once I get that generator current, automatically I can get the torque feedback that is given to error detector. Error detector will provide the control output. Control output is controlling the power converter so that we can vary the power. So like that, one can use this lookup table method for torque signal feedback and power signal feedback. So third lookup table method is tip speed ratio control. So tip speed ratio control is, this is generator. Then wind velocity is our input. We have to give wind velocity. So this is power converter and load as like previous. So now wind velocity is our input. So for this tip speed ratio control, we need anemometer. So it is additional expense to the wind turbine. Anemometer. So this block which will provide the formula for lambda. Lambda is equal to what? Omega into R into V. Assume lambda is optimum. So what happened? It will provide the speed calculation. How speed is equal to V into lambda optimum divided by omega R. So what is the value? Omega optimum. This is our omega optimum, which is given to feedback is also we are getting. We are giving to summing point and error detector, same thing. I don't want to say more thing. So we are giving to controls unit and giving to firing control circuit. So that this is the way of control is called as tip speed ratio control. In this tip speed ratio control, previous case also tip speed ratio control, but we are indirectly controlling by using generator speed. But in this case, we are fixing initially lambda as optimum. From this, we are getting the optimum. So this is optimum speed. So that this is called as lookup table method. So this is just an analysis of PSF and TSF control and tip speed ratio control. So what happened in our regular, this is we can do everything ideal, but in practical cases, turbine inertia is more. So what happened? So turbine, it will take some time to overcome. Speed will change is gradually, but wind velocity will change fast. So that by using lookup table, we have to give immediate response, but it is not possible in some cases. So energy is less, power energy will be less. Then another one, we are storing optimum values in the lookup table. But what happened? Real cases, changes in air density will happen, aging factor will be there, non-constant efficiency will be there of the generator and converter system. It will not make it accurate value in the lookup table. Once lookup table means once the wind in our days, in our everywhere wind turbine is using this lookup table. But as the age is going, air density will change day by day, sometimes small changes. According to power production will be changed. So that lookup table method is not much efficient. It is efficient, but people are thinking that why can't you do online methods? That is why they have introduced hill climb searching method and all. Then tip speed ratio control. So it will fast response. It will give a fast response. What happened? Once wind velocity is given, lambda already fixed, speed we will give. But anemometer, it will provide the wind velocity in the hub height. So wind velocity may change. Anemometer may not give the accurate measurement all the time. If the days are going, placement of anemometer will change, so that we will not get accurate measurement, accurate things. So these are all the advantages, disadvantages, and some of the advantages of PSF and tip speed torque signal feedback and tip speed ratio control. So then another one, changes in air density. Air density is changing for many reasons. Air density will change. So that is why people are thinking that lookup table method, whatever it is stored is always not accurate. It will change. So again, these are all the things. Then blade erosion, and these are all the things will change the CP value. Then stresses in the mechanical, electrical, and thermal system also is another things of factors to to reduce the efficiency of the lookup table method. So now, okay, then another important one is non-constant efficiency of the wind turbine. What is that? Power generator losses will be there as long as power production is more. How? Copper loss will increase as the armature current is increasing. Then speed, when the speed is increases, automatically core loss will increase. So that this K optimum is not unique always. So people are analyzing in the lookup table, P optimum is unique in the lookup table. See, electrical time constant is different than mechanical time constant. So here, electrical time constant in the green color, it is settling faster than the red color. So these are all the factors of disadvantages people are analyzing in the lookup table method. So if I go further about lookup table, you may feel bored. So that is why I am going hill climb searching method. Hill climb searching method is nothing but when we go to climb the hill, how we will climb the hill? Once we go on the particular speed, what will happen? Just to climb in one far distance and we will look at the top. Oh, we have not reached the top of the hill. Then again, we will move further. Like that, once we reach the maximum, you cannot see the top. That we are standing where it is itself top. So then we will assume that, yeah, we have reached the maximum top of the hill. That is called as hill climb searching algorithm. In this hill climb searching MPPT, see the generator speed and output power. So assume one generator speed. We are giving one small increase in speed. Just please see the slide. We will see what is that power, whether the power is increasing or not. Yeah, power is increasing. Then controller again will increase the speed. Then again power is again increasing. Then again increase the speed. Like that till this maximum it will go. So that is called as hill climb searching algorithm. So just gradually increasing the speed and we are reaching the maximum point. This is called as hill climb searching algorithm. So I will go a little bit fast. I think you will get little more interest. So hill climb searching algorithm have issues are there. Large step tracking. What will happen? Large step tracking means our tracking speed will be more. See, the steps only 3 steps. We have reached the maximum point. At the same time, accuracy will be less. We are moving beyond the optimum point. See the arrow after the dot of the red color dot, we are going. That is called as optimum point. So we are going beyond that. At the same time, hello? Hello? What up? Can I move further? So generator speed and output power. Here what happens? Step, we are using small step. So previous cases tracking speed is more, accuracy is less. In this case tracking speed is less, accuracy is more. See this. So this is the different types of large step and small step tracking. That is why people have introduced large step forward. Now previous large step forward. See the small step reverse tracking. See, by using small step reverse, people are using tracking this optimum point. So these are all the different tracking methods. Then another important one is people are once one particular wind velocity, if we assume that we have reached the optimum point as PMMP1, assume we have reached. Then again, the disadvantages of hill climb searching is, again for when the wind velocity changes, again we have to track with another tracking for green color. So it is, so what happens, time delay will be there, due to their energy efficiency will be less. That is why people have introduced, by you see this relation, if the lambda is optimum, omega is, the wind velocity is constant, omega is directly proportional to lambda. Omega is directly proportional to wind velocity. Once again repeat, if the lambda is optimum, omega is optimum. So wind velocity is directly proportional to omega optimum. So by using the relation, when wind velocity changes, for example, 5 mangoes are 10 rupees. Then what is for 10 mangoes? Like that, we will use cross multiplication. Like that, for particular V1, this is the optimum speed. So for particular V2, how we can track the optimum? By using the linear relation, people are using different approach to avoid this type of tracking. So then last one is issues is, when assume that the audience, please let me know whether you people are boring. If you are boring, I can stop. Otherwise, I can go little more time. Kindly openly tell. Just I am also going fast so that I feel little bit discomfort. Without understanding, if I am going fast, is waste. So all are interested for listening. Can you tell me so that I will go very slowly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, see, in this case, I hope you are understanding. Just I am going. Any doubt is there, please ask in the last. Assume for particular wind velocity, we have reached, please see the figure number 21. We have reached that point red, PMMPK. Now, wind velocity changes. We are using sensorless control. Assume we are using sensorless control. So wind velocity is not there. Anything, wind velocity is not there. So what happened? How algorithm will come to know that wind velocity changes? So that cases, when we use hill climb searching algorithm, when wind velocity increases, our optimum point should be PMMP of K plus 1. But the algorithm will think, yeah, again we have to track further. I already told you, increasing speed, the increase in power, algorithm will think that, oh, we have not reached the optimum point. So algorithm will increase the speed del omega k further. So it will lead to wrong direction of tracking. So this is the sensorless control of hill climbing searching disadvantage. But now people are taking many algorithms for rectifying this difficulty. So for that, one of the how we are rectifying, see in the figure 22. Assume we have first initial tracking, we have reached this optimum point, P optimum 1. P optimum 1. Now wind velocity changes. What happens? Speed control is in our hand, right? Speed control, it is in our hand. So when wind velocity changes, power will be increased. Power will be increased. At the same time, speed will be same. So algorithm will assume that, so this condition is for wind velocities changes. So at the same time, tracking means as the power is increases, speed will also increase. So algorithm will assume, so this is for tracking. So like that, two set of rules people will use and they will track the MPPT. So once again I repeat, once they reach that optimum point, again when the wind velocity changes, speed will be same since speed is in our control. So algorithm will assume that, yeah, this is power only changing. That means wind velocity alone change. Then when tracking is needed, power is also changed, speed will also change. Therefore, algorithm will think that, so okay, we have to move further to track the optimum point. So then hybrid hill climb searching algorithm, the hybrid hill climb searching algorithm in the sense, see dp1 by rate of change of power with respect to speed, dp1 is higher than dp2 by d omega 2. As far as the operating point is moved to exact optimum point, that slope is reducing. So accordingly, if the slope is more, algorithm will provide more speed variation. If the slope is less, algorithm will provide less speed variation. Like that, people are doing this different algorithms. So in this case, what I'm going, this is hybrid HCS and lookup table. In this hybrid HCS and lookup table, that already lookup table will store what is the optimum point. Then algorithm will think whether the operating point is far away from the optimum point so that it will increase more speed, otherwise less speed. Like that, this is different hybrid. This is another one algorithm. So more algorithms are there. It is very difficult to cover. So this is the final two things: state space model based MBPT, state space model based MBPT. This usually wind energy conversion system is nothing but totally non-linear. So you state space representation model, people used sliding mode control, observer based model. In this model and all, people need modeling. More model equations are needed. So due to that, what will happen? The state space model, it will not be accurate when any changes are there. Here model, you are not changing anything. Model is fixed. That is the disadvantages of state space model based MBPT. Then neural network and fuzzy logic based MBPT. We know most of the people neural network and fuzzy logic. And fuzzy logic, lot of rules are there. Set to rules needed, and set of rules for challenging one. Changing the set of rules every time is a challenging one. If you are using artificial neural network needs sufficient training, offline training before we implement that algorithm. Then but artificial neural network is quite effective and robustness, and long offline training is needed for artificial neural network. And but this artificial neural network need wind velocity sensor and speed sensor. So nowadays people are thinking about sensorless control. That means wind velocity, speed measurement, everything should be changed. Only the sensorless control. So, but in future people will think of it. So any doubt is there, you can ask me now. But before that, first of all, I would like to thank our faculty members and students of various colleges who are attending, management, principal and vice principal of SXCCE, then HOD of electrical department, Dr. Darwin Josraju, and faculty advisor of IET chapter, Answer, and former college. Really, I am so happy that today I can see some of the names, familiar name, as I was worked already, really happy. And also I thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor, respected Registrar and Dean of Academics of Sanjay Godawat University for permitting, and our other well-wishers. I hope you got little bit idea, but last time I was little bit hurry. I hope you got little bit idea. You have more literatures are available. Just you get that more knowledge to the literature survey. In hope in future you will get, just go through it, you will get more idea. So thank you so much once again. Any doubt is there, please ask me so that I can explain. Thank you. Any doubts? 1 minute, I have to go through chat box. Any doubts, please ask. No one is there, organizers, please tell that any doubt is there, ask them, otherwise we can. I have a doubt, sir. Okay, tell me the doubt, mention the doubt. I have Sandy Mary is mentioning that I have a doubt, but can you tell me, can you message me the doubt? Otherwise, you can unmute and you can speak.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Sir, is it possible to do power factor correction in wind energy system, sir? Is it being required over there?
Yeah, through MBPT, yeah.
Through MPPT, generally
No,
I'm asking,
no.
sir.
What happened? I am saying, if you are using grid connected system, usually generator, one power converter, then DC link will be there, then
Yes,
grid side inverter and grid, like that entire system, right? So
Yes, sir.
we need independent control. Generator side, we have to use only for maximum power point tracking. And
Okay, sir.
grid side inverter, you have to do the power factor correction, whatever you want. So
Okay, sir.
in this, usually if you connect this inductive load in the grid connected system, grid will affect, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
so that what happened, this grid side inverter has to suitably control to provide the power factor component. That means reactive power to the grid. So automatically that RL load will receive the reactive power. So grid will be unity. So
Okay,
with,
sir.
at a time simultaneously, as of now, I have gone through till now. There is no only one circuit can do MPPT and what is a grid our power factor correction simultaneously. That's a
Okay.
different independent control. I hope you
But
satisfied.
not without MPPT, we can do it through different techniques, no, sir, because the output of the wind is always variable, no, sir. It depends
Yeah.
upon the speed of the velocity and the speed of the wind, right, no, sir?
Yeah. Output of the when the wind velocity changes, if you are not doing maximum power point tracking, as like I said, wind turbine will run any one of the speed.
Okay, sir.
So what happen if I am investing wind turbine for 25 years, this much crore I will pay. Finally, I need a maximum energy, no.
Okay, sir.
So I have to make the top of the hill to get the maximum power.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Clear?
Thank you so much, sir. Clear,
Ah,
sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
okay. Any other?
Sir, there are questions in chat box, sir.
Okay, 1 minute, I will check it. Sir, which software platform is good to work with wind energy conversion system or renewable system, especially simulation? MATLAB is good. Simulation and analysis, can you move? MATLAB is good. MATLAB is a good platform. So if you want to interface with the DSP processor, then TMS320F2811 DSP processor is there. You can use interface MATLAB output itself directly to that DSP processor. But I worked it, but I didn't get that final output, but I worked it. I think we can do. Now all the new things are come. MATLAB is good. MATLAB, I worked in MATLAB only. Now also I am working in MATLAB only. MATLAB is good. I think Manivandan sir got idea.
So Sankar Gomadi has asked that how the sensorless control is done.
But what is that? What is?
Sensorless control is done.
How the sensorless control is done? The sensorless control, normally we will use that, we know sensorless control is nothing but wind velocity sensorless and speed control, right? Speed, both are the sensors normally we will use. So normal cases, we know speed is equal to, power is equal to torque into speed. So from this, we can write speed is nothing but power divided by torque. So power we can measure by using electrical parameter, voltage into current. So divided by, if we know this current by using torque, how we will calculate torque? For assume for simplicity, I am explaining separately excited motor. We know torque is equal to KE phi into IA. So from this we can find out torque. So based on this relation, one can find out sensorless speed sensor. Without sensor, by using electrical parameter, we can sense the speed. That is the one thing. Then wind velocity sensor. Wind velocity sensor means how one we can do. I already told you. Speed controller is in our hand. So wind velocity changes means only power only change. If wind velocity increases, power will increase. If the wind velocity reduces, power will reduce. But speed is in our hand. So from that people can understand, yeah, this is wind velocity changes. At the same time, tracking means speed as well as power will change. Since we are changing speed also, no? So power as well as speed is changed. Like that, one algorithm we can make it accordingly based on the electrical. That is why modeling of electrical machines also implemented. From that we can measure the speed directly by using the relation of voltage and the current equation. Like that you can say, you can implement sensorless control. Just if you see the sum of the literatures in sensorless control in that IEEE, you will get more formulas related to how we can measure speed indirectly, how we can measure the torque indirectly, and all.
Sir, another one question.
What are the text to control the uncertainties of wind systems? Uncertainties of wind system. I don't have much idea. I know little bit. With knowing little bit, I cannot explain. Sorry, maybe I will. Maybe just you. I will type my mail ID here. Just you send me a mail from your side. Just please send me a mail, just a reminder. I will go through it and let you know. Without knowing very clear idea, I cannot say. Then, apart from induction machine, any other machines cast wind power? Yeah, permanent magnet synchronous generator. Nowadays, it is good. I worked in permanent magnet synchronous generator only. Then doubly fed induction generator. And synchronous generator also people are, see here, if you go most of the wind turbine in Arloy, you can see that our Godav group itself, wind turbine is there in Arloy, Renom. There people are using synchronous generator. So induction generator, synchronous generator, permanent magnet synchronous generator, these are all things we can use. Vector control also you can use. Any other? Huh? Any other?
Thank you, sir. I think it's time to wind up. Now I request George answer to give a vote of thanks.
So, first of all, I thank my professor, Dr. Regin M. Linus. He accepted our invitation and he gave a wonderful session and he cleared the doubts. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Welcome.
Next time, sir, I will thank Dr. Marcel Beno, sir, our Vice Principal and IET KKLN Network Secretary for the arranging of this webinar. Thank you, Marcel Beno, sir.
Thank you,
And
sir.
finally, I thank all the participants who have actively participated and asked so many questions and get clarified. So thank you all. And finally, I thank my IET boys, my IET squad. They helped them very well. Especially our chairman, Mr. Anto. He did all the work behind this. He created everything and designed the posters in Haribari, and he have already some little bit issues in his home also. I thank Mr. Anto and Anu and all my colleagues and all my staff members. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Beno, sir. Thank you so much.
Rajan sir, wonderful session.
Okay, thank you.
Explained with a very powerful presentation.
Okay.
Almost all the MBPD technique. I'm really very proud. You are presenting very well. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Actually, I was worrying within 1 hour how I can complete it, but anyway, somehow I will manage. Okay,
Yeah,
thank
basically
you.
clearly covered, sir, and
Okay.
somewhat algorithms also explained neatly.
Yeah, then another one, if I go deeply, people will feel bored.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why, okay, that is why.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you all. Okay.
Now around 110 participants join. Now only 40 participants.
Yeah, keep on reducing.
We thought to take a photo. I think now less participant. Anu or Anto, can we ask all the participants
Yes, sir.
to
Join
on the
again.
camera? Just a minute, and we'll take a.
Yeah, it is good. It
screenshot.
is good. If possible, you can tell others also. Just you can join. I will wait for 2 minutes. No, I don't know whether possible. If your students are there, just you can tell. Otherwise, no problem. Just I have said.
Those who are
Okay.
here, is on your camera.
Then, no, sir, after long back, I am seeing hearing your voice.
Okay. Ando will take the snapshot, screenshot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So, should I wait or?
Yeah, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Then if we wait long, again people are reducing.
Now 37, yeah.
Maybe hungry. 12:30, no, sir. Kindly turn on the camera. Everyone unmute video. Okay. Unmute your video.
Unmute the video, not mute it.
Okay. Audio.
Okay, Ando. Ando.
Yes, sir.
And
It's okay.
No, sir, turn on your video.
Ah. Where are you, Ando? Outside?
In the terrace, sir.
Okay. Screenshot is over. Have you taken the?
Sir, you mean unmuted your video. I have taken the screenshot. Here it's heavy raining, sir.
I think he is going wind turbine.
Now here it's raining.
Okay. Then what happens? Just you can leave it now. Here people are reducing. Okay, no
Yeah,
problem.
it's over, sir. I take the
Okay.
screenshot. You can go.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you everyone for participating in this session. Hope we will meet you soon with an interesting session.
Yeah, we'll meet again on Thursday, I think, with a general talk. Success secrets. Thursday, same time, 11 to 12, we'll have a very wonderful and a very useful session on secrets, success secrets. Thank you very much.